Yeah, what's cracking, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Prison Break Raw. I'm your host, the one and only Big JD. Been a couple of shootings that have hit the news over the last 24 hours. We're going to go ahead and talk about both of those here today. We're going to start with the massage parlor. Guy named Robert Long went up in there and killed 8 people. I mean, can you imagine being sitting up in there, getting rubbed on, getting flipped over like a pancake up onto your back, getting ready for your happy ending to occur? You're in full stroke, and then bap. You just get murked right then and there by some weirdo. This guy right here, Robert Long. And I was kind of wondering why I was like a troll short on my account. I guess now I know what happened to one of my trolls. This guy right here. Yeah. It's crazy if you think about it, but you got to wonder what the motive is, because nobody's really talked about what the motive is. Everybody's focused on his skin color. It's a white dude. How come the cops didn't shoot him? How come they didn't shoot him? How come they didn't riddle him with bullets? Well, when we talk about the second story, we're going to be asking the same question. Because what the second guy did, he actually killed a child. Also, with 3 other people in a house. But let's focus first on the spa. Because there's really no motive. Nobody really knows why it happened. Nobody really knows why he did it. I mean, either he's pissed off that he didn't get a proper happy ending when he was in there, or he was one of them, "Swear to the Lord, says Jesus, I'm going to go in here and shut this vile sinners down and kill them all." Might have been one of those. I'm willing to bet money it's the latter. You know? I actually met a dude like that in the feds. White dude. He tried to blow up an adult bookstore. Yeah. Tried to blow up an adult bookstore because he thought they were sinners. Once again, people imposing their limited, backwards-ass, ancient, fucking goat-herding beliefs onto the rest of the world. It's the reason why technology and advancement and evolution has been in such stagnation, because of this kind of shit. This kind of religious belief system that believes that we have to be the moral police of everybody. You know, you get a lot of that all around you. Whether it be online, whether it be anywhere at all, somebody has designated themselves the moral police officer in all these kind of things, and then you get people like this to take it too far. Because you never know what kind of a sermon this dude got in his church, or wherever it was he was radicalized to do what he did. You just never know. But we're all ultimately responsible for these kind of things, these kind of people, because when they act out on something that they heard or something that they believe, people die. So Robert Long was attempting to get away, and the cop did the pit move. Car spun out of control. They drew down on him. He went in without a shot fired or out without incident. Now he's in jail. And he's going to get a life sentence, or he's going to get the chair. And as he deserves. I mean, me personally, I know exactly what these massage parlors are. Everybody does. Right? It ain't like it's Dr. Wynn's chiropractor office where you're going in there because you're getting some physical therapy. People are going in there for the happy ending. And this guy believes that he was doing his moral duty to go in there and do what he did. But he don't have a moral obligation to impede on people's live and let live. That's the libertarian mindset, like I've told you before, right? You got consenting adults doing whatever it is that they're doing in there. It ain't none of your fucking business. But people like to make other people's stuff their business. You don't want to get a massage with a happy ending, you don't have to go in there. Consenting adults, like I said. But what about the second shooting? Right? Because like I said, I've had people tell me, well, he's a white dude and that's why he didn't get shot. Okay, well, let's take a look at this second shooting. This guy right here, Malik Halfacre in Indianapolis. This one, first one happened in Atlanta. This one happened in Indianapolis. And it also happened over the last 24 or so hours. So why did Malik Halfacre walk up into his baby mama's house and just blow everybody away? I'll tell you why. Because of a fucking stimulus check. He did it over a stimulus check. A 7-year-old child was killed. 3 other people were killed. A woman bloody and shot up, running out the door, running to her neighbors, beating on the door. The guy's talking to her through the window. She's bleeding all over his window sill. Talking about this man just killed my whole family over a stimulus check. So this woman busts her ass. This woman works. This woman goes out of her way to provide for her child. This guy is a bum, a lame, a bitch. He's of the typical mindset where I'm going to live off the government. I don't need to work. I can live off everybody else's money. I could play on people's sympathies. I could do all these things. And I'm going to go over here and take my baby mama's stimulus check. I used to see a lot of dudes like that in prison as well. On that phone, talking to baby mama. Asking why the money ain't been sent to his books. She's basically telling him, well, I got to feed the kids. And what the fuck does feeding the kids got to do with my money? And it's not even your money, pal. You're the lame that got yourself put in prison. That's her money. So that's what this woman had told Malik. It's my money. I work for it. I'm going to use it to feed my child. You don't do shit. So he shoots everybody. But we talked about people getting shot by the cops when they do these mass shootings. This is a mass shooting as well. Anytime you kill over one person, it's mass. One guy killed 8. This person killed 4. But in this case, 7 years old was one of the victims. So guess what? Malik Halfacre is black, as you've seen in the picture. They took him into custody. He didn't get riddled with bullets. The reason why I'm taking these two side-by-side comparisons is because I always keep hearing about this. Anytime some kind of deranged white mass shooter gets taken into custody and never gets shot up. Well, here's another one. Malik, he didn't get shot up either. So the narrative that, anytime that an unarmed black man comes into contact with the law, he's going to get shot. But the fact of the matter is, all you got to do is look at the prison population. And you could see that over 1 million African-American men that are in prison obviously didn't get shot by the cops when they made contact with the police, or else they wouldn't be in prison, they'd be in the cemetery. But then Robert Long. His motives are still unclear, but we know why Malik did it. A stimulus check that he didn't have coming. But this Robert Long guy, people like him are just way out of fucking pocket. People like him shouldn't even be allowed to exist. This is why I don't get into religion and stuff. And I'm almost willing to bet money that that's what it's about. Mark my words. This guy had armed himself with the sword of the Lord. I can promise you that. Usually when it's a situation like this, just like the Pulse nightclub. When that Pulse nightclub shit happened, the guy thought he had a moral duty in the name of Allah to slay all those gay people in there. But guess what? He was tooting the magical meat flute himself. That shit came out later. So this guy right here, probably the same thing. Sexually frustrated, hasn't had a girlfriend in forever. Got booted off his World of Warcraft and whatever else he's doing, Dungeons and Dragons and whatnot. I don't know. If he's a Christian fundamentalist type of a person that's doing his moral duty, probably had some flaming homosexual pastor tell him that this is his duty in a subliminal way, so he did it. Both of these gentlemen should be lined up on a firing squad and just executed. Why should we spend the money, tax dollars, to put these people on trial when we know that they did it? One guy killed a 7-year-old child. He should just be executed on the spot. They should have opened fire on his ass. But all the outrage would have poured out into the streets, of course. Not from me, though. And I would hope not for many of you as well. Because it's not about skin color. It's about people killing innocent people. Because they're too fucking lazy to work. And in regards to the other guy, so what if old Jeff Rowe wants to get a hand job after his massage? Who the fuck are you to make that decision to execute him? We live in a really sick, twisted world with a lot of sick, twisted people, a lot of cowards, weirdos, all kinds of shit. And in the end, this is the kind of stuff that happens. The first shooting, the Atlanta shooting. And when people don't raise their kids up properly or anything like that, you get Malik. You get somebody radicalized in religion, you get Robert. So what should be done about both of these individuals? Personally, I think they both should just be killed, stoned. I think we should take them out in the middle of downtown somewhere, wherever they're at, and just stone them to death. That's how we need to start dealing with things like this and people like this. Because I don't see any other way. This shit's just going to keep happening, and everybody's going to be blaming all the things that don't need to be blamed. Guns. When it's people's mental illness that the system refuses to deal with. The way the schools are set up, the way kids have no cognitive behavioral discipline, no emotional intelligence, nothing. And when they grow up, they become weirdos like this. Well, like I said, don't spend my tax dollars to put these people on trial. Just take them out somewhere and just put them to sleep. You already know what it is. And you heard it right here. Prison Break Raw, uncut, uncensored, no holds barred, not sugarcoat, not politically correct, all up in your face, slapping you with that dick of reality. And I'm out.